Hello. Today I want to talk about relationship between a man and a woman. And I am going to talk about my advice, what I think is necessary that you could find a right kind of a person for you. How you should act, what you should do to make sure that in the future you find someone who is your better health, and for it to be blessed by God, not to be full of problems, full of anger, and for it to finish, but to last forever in a blessing of Jesus Christ. So the first thing I would want to say, that when you are young, in these times, in the 21st century, it is very hard to reject all the messages that are flowing in the internet, for example, on which the point is always, it is always pointed to lust, it is pointed to make your flesh desire. But the one and first thing to be able one day find a good spouse for you is to keep your flesh sacred, to keep your body sacred, to honor the temple of God, and not go into relationship with anyone just because you feel lonely, and sleeping with someone who you do not really know and love because it is, I don't know, a trend to losing virginity is something that is trending. Everyone has done it, so I have to do it too, and stuff like that. So to honor your body, to not measure yourself by the standards which are not even normal, which are not even true, like those models that are photoshopped. Believe me, when someone loves you, he will love all your flaws and everything that is not perfect on you. And we are all made in the image how God wanted to create us. So in his eyes we are all beautiful, and it doesn't matter if you have a perfect kind of body shape which is modern, or I don't know how beauty changes over time. Something that is beautiful in Europe is considered ugly in, I don't know, Africa. In some kind tribes in Africa it is popular to be fat, and here it is not. In the past it was popular to be fair skin, now it's popular dark skin. So those are all trends, and people trying to wash our brains, and it's not something to rely on. So the first thing would be to love yourself, love your body, not in the kind of selfish way of loving yourself, but simply respecting the way that God made you, and honor body as something that is not actually yours. You didn't make it, it's not yours. It's you have a soul which is in the body, and the body is simply something to cover the soul that uses when we are on earth. But if we take too much of our attention to the body, then we lose our souls, we lose the real purpose of life, because our focus should always be on improving our souls, our true selves, and not always constantly wanting to change our body. Because when we die, we are not going to take this body with us. We are only going to take the good deeds that we did, the love that we shared, and that is all actually that we are going to bring to the other world. The second thing, after respecting your body, which is the first thing, the second thing would be to pray to Jesus, to pray to God for Him to find you the right kind of a person, because we often get confused in some period of life. We think that one person is the right kind of a person for us, but then we find out over time that that person is not what we thought him or her to be. And why do people often don't know in the beginning what really hides behind the curtains, what that person really is like, not what he is, what the message that he or he is sending, the way he or she is representing. Because that is the third thing, and that would be to be honest and really be true to who you are, and be, when you go on a date with somebody, don't try him or her to like you by lying, by telling, inventing stuff that you like something that also he or she likes. Because the reason why people get so disappointed after a time is that they find out that that person was actually acting, that he or she wasn't honest with us. And to avoid that kind of a problem, the advice is to always be true to who you are. And if that person, when you get to know each other, you see that you are different, that you are not made for one another, it is better to find out that in the beginning than in the future. So if you pray for the right kind of a person to come, if you work constantly on your soul, if you respect your body, if you when meeting the persons of opposite sex, if you stay yourself, if you try to be the best version of you, but only the version of you, not someone else. It is okay to try harder when you want to meet somebody. That's kind of normal, that you want to shine your light to that person. That is okay, but make sure that every point that is important to you comes out. Don't try to deny Jesus or try to deny God over a person. If you see that that person doesn't have the same values as you, if you see that you are a Christian and, for example, that person is an atheist, how are you going to see your future in a few years together when you can't be on the same page on such an important topic? So that is the fourth thing. So honor your body, respect your body, pray to God for that person, be honest, be yourself. Also be patient. You think that you have to meet that person tomorrow, but maybe God's plans is for you to meet that person in 5 years. It's never too late for him. Abraham and Sarah, Abraham was so old when he had his first child, and the last thing, which is very important, is that person that you plan to be with which you plan to have romantic relationship with, and probably in the future you want to get married. That person should always be a Christian, if you are a Christian, because in the Bible it says that we should not unify with unbelievers. So how can God bless marriage? How can God bless a relationship if one of the parts doesn't believe in him? So that is a must. Because those kind of stories, he doesn't or she doesn't believe now, but my love is going to change him. That is also something that people get caught on, and that is their strong ability to change someone else. But people don't like to be changed, especially not from you. If they want to change, it will come from their own heart, their own desire to change. You can be a help on the way. But if someone is a not believer, probably he's not going to become one because of you. Maybe he will lie to you so that he would keep you, but no. And I will talk about something when you already are in a relationship, how to behave as a Christian in a relationship. But this is it for today's video. I hope somebody gets help from this. You can comment me if you think that I've forgotten about something, if you want to share your experiences and give some advice, or I don't know. I welcome everything, and I wish you a very, very good day.